There is no product that we have promoted more on Fightful that I use while I'm awake than nordvpn.com/Fightful. You guys have probably seen me anchored to my desk an awful lot for quite a while, and I've always got NordVPN on all my devices. That's because that's what nordvpn.com/Fightful allows. You get the fastest VPN in the world on all your devices, on all your operating systems. It is so beneficial to have that versatility. Here at home, I put it on my router just in case, and I put it on my phone, laptop, desktop, PC, and smart TV. That allows you to get all the benefits: the online threat protection, the ability to change your virtual location with just one click, the ability to use that NordPass password manager, the file encryption tool, all that good stuff on everything. Also, you can subscribe to all those overseas services I'm telling you all about, all with 24/7 tech support and a 30-day money-back guarantee on top of an already amazing deal. Protect yourself on all your devices with nordvpn.com/Fightful.
Welcome everyone to Fightful. I am Jeremy Lambert, here with a name you know. That is Titus O'Neil, WWE superstar. Titus, how you doing today?
Doing awesome. How are you, sir?
I'm well. Thank you for joining us, man. Look, I got to ask you right off the bat. You were at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game with the great Dave Bautista this past weekend. What was that like? How much fun was that attending that with Bautista?
It was a lot of fun. You know, Batista's not really a football fan, but he helped. He kicked off the game to get the fans fired up. I had done it week one versus Chicago Bears, and obviously he was gone filming a movie, but now that he's back in town, we'll get a chance to spend a lot more time together. It's very well documented, and it's especially shouted out on numerous occasions. You know, he's one of my best friends. He helped me get into the industry of professional wrestling, or at least helped me think about getting into the industry of professional wrestling. And we're family. You know, he's an uncle to my kids, a brother to me, and being able to get 65,000 fans fired up before the game at Raymond James Stadium obviously was a treat.
I just say I love your friendship with Batista, and you talking about how he's a family to you and everything. I've listened to a lot of your interviews, and you're always putting him over. He's always putting you over. It's so great to see that bond in the wrestling industry, where a lot of stuff can happen but for you guys to have that kind of bond, it's so great to always hear about and to see. So I just really appreciate that when I hear you guys talk about each other in interviews. All right, I have to ask you this now: if the Buccaneers called and they said, "Hey, we need 5 downs, maybe 4 downs from you. Could you give me 4 downs?"
I could give them to them. They wouldn't be 4 good downs. I have zero desire. People ask me all the time. I'm standing on football fields all over the country. You know, I got friends that coach everywhere, and my kids play. And they always say, "Man, you miss it?" And I'm like, absolutely not. Like I do not miss putting on a shoulder pads and helmets every single day, sometimes 2 times a day, and running in the hot heat and getting yelled at all. I enjoy the game. I enjoy what the game provided to me. Obviously, I have a lot of friends and even mentees that are in the sport, guys that coach, that are friends. I was going to coach, before getting into WWE, I was going to go back to Florida and coach. John Laurinaitis kind of sped up the process for me to sign, because I was literally on my way to go join the coaching staff at the University of Florida. And it's hot out there, man. And it's a grueling sport that I don't think people give these guys much credit for. Yeah, in the off season they're working. During the season they're working, and you got a lot of people that make a lot of opinions, a lot of comments that have never played organized sports their entire life, critiquing you and what you should be and what you should not be doing. That in itself is a mental health disaster if you allow it to be. But I always tell all the players, like, if they don't know you personally, don't take it personal. And so, do I have 4 downs in me? Yes. Will they be 4 good downs? Probably not.
What hurts more? Because I've heard football players describe, running into each other.
I think they both equally hurt the same. The same people that talk about getting running into each other. I mean, we run into each other all the time, but you got to catch guys off the top rope or getting thrown through a table, falling off of a ladder or hit with a chair. None of that stuff is painless. You know what I mean? And so I always tell folks, for me, and I think any football player that's transitioned into professional wrestling, this is the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life. Because in football, there's an off season, there's a home and an away, and you only have one game a week for 16 to 18 weeks. In wrestling, it's 52 weeks a year, all over the globe, 3 or 4 nights a week. And you could have a elimination chamber match where you're getting thrown into steel and steel chairs and steel cages and etc. And then you got to bounce right back up the next night and be on live TV and wrestle again. That's not easy at all. And I think a lot of folks, they look at what we do on Fridays or Mondays or Tuesdays with NXT, and they look at it as just pure entertainment, which is supposed to be, but they don't realize the other things that go along with it. The getting up in the morning for media calls, and on our off days having to travel to do various events. Traveling in itself beats you up. Doing an event, in Madison, Wisconsin on Friday night, then traveling over to Green Bay the next day for another show, and then for getting on a plane and going to Denver, Colorado to do Monday Night Raw. That's not for the week, you know what I mean? And those drives in between are minimum 3 hours most of the time. And so you're having a show full day, you worked out in the morning, you get out of the show 10 or 11 o'clock at night, get on the road, go to the next town, get up the next morning, do it again. Did that for years. But there have been a lot of benefits to it as well. As any WWE superstar will tell you, you're living out literally a dream. You travel all over the world, and you see things in people, and you meet people that you probably wouldn't have met just in one isolated sport. And let's face it, most football players want to be WWE superstars as well. I mean, they walk around with championship titles. They mimic our catchphrases. They do all kinds of different things. So we have a great respect for all athletes. That's the reason why our NIL program is the way that it is now. Our recruiting process is the way that it is now. We're going after high-level college athletes at a young age to give them an opportunity to get into the business. We understand that having people like the Cavender twins sign with WWE is big for us. We understand that having, figures like Logan Paul and Bad Bunny do wonders for the business of sports entertainment. And so we, as a company, have continued to kind of evolve in that direction where we want to try to give as many athletes the opportunity, as well as still pick here and there from various promotions. As you see, we got Jade Cargill now, who I'm super excited about, and the WWE Universe is super excited about, and can't wait to see what she does here with our platform with the WWE.
One of the last times we saw you in the ring was not in a wrestling capacity, but you addressed the crowd to open episode of Monday Night Raw, and then we didn't see you for a little while after that. What was the plan with that, and was there a plan to follow up on anything there?
Not sure. I'm not. I think it was a good moment to make a moment, and in this business, it's about moments. Some moments are more long-lived than others. I mean, obviously, my world slide from the greatest Royal Rumble is a moment that will last in the long-standing history of Royal Rumbles, be replayed on a consistent basis. But I think at that point or that night, that was something that I'm almost confident that Vince wanted to convey to people that, hey, this is a safe space. This is a place where all people are welcome, and that we go out to entertain people, not Republicans, not Democrats, not Muslims, not Christians. Not we entertain everybody, and you know, for so much of the mentality of some people when they think that, you know, wrestling's barbaric, and that we're a bunch of crazy people running around and fake fighting. We're human beings that all, you know, believe that we have an opportunity to help change people's lives through, obviously, through what we do inside of the ring, but more importantly, what we do outside of the ring. And so when we can take things and parts of our character, who are truly our character, which on that particular night at Monday Night Raw, I do that all the time. I speak at various events in colleges and universities, business, you know, meetings, etc., all the time. And my message is very consistent. You know, love and respect everybody you come in contact with. You might not agree with them, you might not like them, but you love them and you respect them. Don't use the word can't around me. You know, I was told my entire life what I can't do, what I won't do, and it's all been proven to be a lie. And also, I'm a believer in God, you know, and God, the Bible says that we can do all things through Christ. And I can't tell people that I believe in God and not live on the principles and the morals of what that book says. And then the last thing, be your best. And your best might be 30% one day or 80% the next day. But as long as it's your best, you or anyone else can never be disappointed. It's when we don't give our best that we can look at ourselves and know that we have not, we could have studied harder for that test. We could have worked harder to be in shape for that competition. We could have, you know, did our assignment to the best of a better part of our abilities instead of kind of meandering through it. And the results show that. And so I want to be at the forefront of positivity and dignity every chance that I get. And that particular night, I was graced with that opportunity. And while some may feel a certain way about it, I felt very good about it. And I know that a lot of people did, because what I said, I meant it. And I believe it, and I know it to be true.
One moment where you did show your personality was this past year at WrestleMania, doing commentary. A lot of high marks from that. Very entertaining. Your passion really came through. What was that experience like? And has there been any talks of you getting back behind the commentary desk?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it a lot. As I said, you know, at WrestleMania this year, for me, it is something that I do desire to do, but I also understand that it's something I would need a lot of work at doing, because there are a lot of things that go on in commentary, and being able to be really successful at it. I don't want to do anything that I'm not going to be successful and contribute to the product. And I know that at the appropriate time, at any time, you know, I can do commentary. I can do whatever I'm needed that's needed of me to do. And so, and I think they know that too. And so that's we've talked about and thrown about certain things around, but at the end of the day, it's all about timing and what fits at the right time. And trust me, when it's the right time, whatever I'm graced with, or the opportunity that I'm graced with, I'm going to kill it and have a lot of fun with it. And as I have done in the past.
You're currently working with Johnsonville. Tell me about your work that you're doing with them and the sausages.
Yeah, well, Johnsonville, I had the opportunity to play in the Johnsonville Cornhole Challenge at the weekend of South Carolina versus Florida. Big SEC matchup. Got a chance to go against Zaya Cook and the great Don Staley, head women's basketball coach. And I was partnered up with my former teammate, Javon Curse, University of Florida teammate, in a cornhole charity challenge, that which, while we came up short, I always like to say nobody really lost when money is on the line to give to charity. And so $10,000 was donated on behalf of Johnsonville to their respective charities to help them continue doing the great work they're doing with their respective foundations. And while we came up short in the cornhole challenge, we did not come up short on the football field later that afternoon. So we all won. And most importantly, what the platform that Johnsonville gave us to be able to help support our respective organizations and give back to our communities. Very thankful for them. Looking forward to doing more with Johnsonville. Great company, obviously great product. If you saw any of my Instagram videos prior to and even after, I definitely indulged in probably in some cases a little bit too much in the Johnsonville product. But I'm very happy that we were able to partner with them, with Don Staley and Zaya Cook. Like I said, getting $10,000 from Johnsonville and being able to continue to do the great work that they're doing in their respective communities.
What's your favorite Johnsonville product? Favorite type of meat?
Their bratwurst, obviously, easy for me, but they sent me a cheddar sausage. Ooh. And if I'm being honest, I grew up eating a lot of hot dogs and a lot of bologna and a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches, and I was able to combine my two loves with I got me a potato bun, toasted it a little bit, put the sausage in there, put some hot mustard in there, some hot honey in there. I'm giving you way too much information because I'm getting hungry in myself thinking about it. But clearly, being able to put some bratwurst on the grill and crisp up a good potato roll would be good for me. I actually got some potato rolls over here. I don't have any bratwurst, but I'm gonna go get some probably for lunch because I'm a big fan of their product. More importantly, I'm a fan of what they do also too in the community. Very reputable company, and I think that all companies, much like us in WWE, should leave a lasting legacy everywhere they go. They are the official sausage of the SEC, and in the South, we love our sausages. We love our tailgating, and they get a chance to be a part of what I think is the best conference in all of sports, the SEC. Obviously, I played in it, so I'm going to be very biased. But I'm very, very fortunate that we had the opportunity to partner with them, and I'm looking forward to doing more.
My last one for you, Titus. I thank you for your time this morning. WWE calls, they said, we're putting back together Titus Worldwide. I mean, 3 people who are part of the new Titus Worldwide.
3 people that are part of the new Titus Worldwide. Well, Chad Gable has his own thing going on with the Alpha Academy, but I would definitely bring Tozawa back. That dude is so entertaining, like ridiculously entertaining. If I had to get a female superstar, I'd like to get Jade, as part of the Titus Worldwide. And then one other male, probably Carmelo Hayes from NXT. I really, really like him. I think he's going to be a big star in our business and great personality. I'd probably throw Trick Williams in there too, just because even though he went to South Carolina, and Gators in South Carolina, and see, I'm bringing it all back together. This is, I can prove on national TV that Gators and Gamecocks can actually work together in a non-competitive way, as well as put out a good product, similar to what Johnsonville allowed us to do a couple of weeks ago in South Carolina.
That's what I was gonna say. I know Trick played in the SEC over in South Carolina. I was like, is that gonna work? But you did bring it back. I appreciate that. Titus, thank you again so much for your time. Let everybody know where they can find you at and anything you want to get out there.
You can go out there. You can find me on @Titus O'Neil WWE on Twitter, on Instagram. If you want to see any of the highlights from, my unfortunate loss to Zaya Cook and Don Staley at the Johnsonville Cornhole Charity Challenge, you can look at my Instagram pages. You'll see stuff all over it. You can look at their Instagram pages. Of course, they want to brag, that they beat the Gators. More importantly, they want to say that they beat a WWE superstar, even though we did not have a wrestling match. So hats off again to Don Staley, Zaya Cook, and we look forward to seeing you guys again in the very near future.
Thank you so much, Titus. Everyone go support Titus, go support Johnsonville. All the links are below. And guys, we'll see you next time here on Fightful.